Put on your PJs and grab a bowl of cereal because I am taking you back to Saturday mornings with Sega Genesis Classics. Let's go. Hello everyone, I'm Des and welcome to Video Game Guru Reviews. Now the game that I'm going to talk to you about today was a mainstay staple in my childhood. In the 90s, in the war between Nintendo and Sega, my household was Team Sega, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is the greatest Genesis game ever made. Changed my mind. Sega Genesis Classics not only brings you my favorite game, but also packs in over 50 games on one disc or digital download, whichever you fancy. Okay, now let's get into the nitty-gritty of this game. The first thing that I want to show you is this lovely room you see before you. This is the hub or the main menu. The room is filled to the brim with all kinds of 90s Genesis swag, along with other mainstays from the decade. From here, you have a wide array of options to choose from. There's a section where you can access an extra menu. Here you can find various challenges and trophies that are associated with certain games. An add-on that doesn't impede the overall product is always a plus here. The next point that I wanted to touch on was the multiplayer or the two-player option. Yes, this does have traditional couch co-op for all you retro gamers out there, but you can also take this experience online. You can play Streets of Rage with someone from across the country and talk all the trash you want without having to leave your couch. This is also where the online leaderboards are located. I did want to briefly touch on the emulator settings for this game. You have various items to choose from, including scan lines and TV projections. I mention these especially because this is what gives you that old school feel of playing your Sega back in the day on the old boob tube. For some reason, they didn't show up when I was capturing this game footage, but trust me, they look amazing. Now we come to the moment that you've all been waiting for. The games, of course. As I stated at the beginning of the video, Sega has packed over 50 games into this thing. And now I know what some of you are gonna say. Des, the Sega Genesis HD console has like 80 games on it, and that's way more. Well, yeah, it is. But, like, only 21 of those games are actually Sega titles. The rest are just shuffleware. And while on the subject of that console, I recommend not buying it because I actually have one, and it doesn't do all the things it claims it says it does. It doesn't play all of your old original Sega games, and the sound quality is poor at best, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get back to the review. Speaking of sound, every one of these games' sound quality is like if you popped in the physical cartridge in your old Sega Genesis yourself. I even had someone come in and ask me if I was playing a Genesis while I was capturing this video. That's how amazing the sound is. If you don't believe me, take a listen. I know, right? Nostalgia runneth over thee. I'm not going to list all the games in this video, so I'll put them down in the description below for y'all to peruse. One thing I did want to say before I get into my last point of this review, I was kind of disappointed with some of the titles that were selected for this collection. I would have loved to see an NBA Jam or Mortal Kombat or even my second favorite game of all time, Zombie Ate My Neighbors, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Now on to the coup de grace of this review, the rewind feature. I know that back in the day, if you were playing a certain level and you missed a jump or you failed to kill an enemy, you would lose a life and often have to start back at the beginning of the level. This feature changes that completely. No longer will you have to feel the heartbreak of defeat, as you can just simply press a button, rewind, and bam, you're taken back to the point before you messed up and you can retry with a different strategy. Finally, I can beat Shinobi 3 because I've been trying to beat that game since I was 7. Overall, I think the game is a steal at its price point. $30 for over 50 games is ridiculous. The HD graphical upgrade makes the games easy on the eyes, and being able to play it on the big screen without distortion is a feat in itself. The online multiplayer is seamless, and the challenges add another layer to the product that has been around for over 30 years. Also, being able to save your spot in a game means you won't have to leave your console on all night and drain those precious electrical bills. Some selections leave things to be desired, but overall, I give it 4 bonsai trees out of 5. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video. Are you going to pick up this game? Did you enjoy the sound and the visuals? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I really want to know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like because I would really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of my face and more of this voice, all you have to do is sub to my channel by clicking on my face. That'll get you subbed. Hit the little bell for notifications and I'll get you notified when I upload, because I upload twice a week. This has been Des, your video game guru, and I'll see you later. Whoa.